And so they give me this tissue, and I'm just like soaking it up. And then I'm walking out, and I see these two, like, they look like trash bags. And I'm like an asshole, just like basketball shooting in this trash bag. And then meanwhile, the lady, like Nakembe Mutombo, failing at blocking a shot. It's like, no! And I'm like, what's your problem? And I threw it in like the biohazard bag.
No.
Apparently it's not where that goes. And
No,
she
maybe
lost
not.
her goddamn mind. I'm out 2 days of this quarantine saga.
So anyone
Oh, you got the nose test recently, right?
I did. They
nice. How deep did they go?
Oh, it goes all the way.
Recently.
It goes all the way up there. Have you ever? You know how they mummify mummies in ancient Egypt and they scrape the brains out through the nose, the nasal cavity?
Know how to do
I
that,
imagine it feels quite like that if the mummy could feel.
Yeah, like a frontal lobotomy, right?
And they do it. So I didn't realize this. They do it in both nostrils, and they leave it up there. Not just leave it up there. Leave it up there and scramble it around for a full 10 seconds.
Oh, you had 10 seconds. 10
Yeah.
seconds. I had 15 twists. She had twisted 15 times.
Both nostrils or one?
Both nostrils. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 15, and then the other one. Yeah.
Yeah. They just go 1, 2, 3. And you're like, oh my God, we're only on 3.
4.
No way.
And then I was tearing up. Like, it's just like I'm bawling after a bad breakup or something. It's just like, just crying like my puppy died. And so they give me this tissue, and I'm just like soaking it up. And then I'm walking out, and I see these two, like, they look like trash bags. And I'm like an asshole, just like basketball shooting in this trash bag. And then meanwhile, the lady, like Nakembe Mutombo, failing at blocking a shot. It's like, no! And I'm like, what's your problem? And I threw it in like the biohazard bag.
No.
Apparently it's not where that goes. And
No,
she
maybe
lost
not.
her goddamn mind. She's like, they got that hair! And I'm like, I'm sorry, they both look like trash bags. Like, this one's yellow! And I like the color yellow. And then she's like, it's okay. It's okay. Just trying to repress the murder in her eyes. And I'm like, anyway, I'm going to leave now. And so, yeah, that's...
Justin's that person who COVID nurses go home and tell stories about. Like, a nurse is like, look, I've been having a crazy few months here, but let me tell you what this dude did.
I feel like everyone who meets Justin has a story.
They shouldn't put the two bags, like, they were right next to each other.
It's a yellow trash bag.
I was disoriented. I just had a stick shoved up both nostrils for 20 seconds in total. And the tears were still like clouding my vision.
Blurry vision, sure, but you could have told yellow from other colors, but it's fine.
Wait,
you know what?
I have a question though. So you had to leave the hotel room to do the swab, I'm assuming?
That's the only time I've left the hotel room. Yeah, but it was just the 17th floor of the hotel, so I just went up 6 floors.
And then they let you back into the room?
Yeah.
Okay.
Escorted.
You know what?
Escorted. I'm not sure if everyone gets escorted, but they escorted me.
It's the hair, Justin. They don't trust you walking around Singapore without
supervision. Or just me practicing my jump shot into biohazard bags.
Also bad. Not great. Okay, so I just want to clarify for anyone who's listening who's not aware of Justin's current situation. So Justin, you just got into Singapore about 2 weeks ago, right? You're ending your second week?
12 days ago.
Right. And anyone who comes into Singapore from outside of the country has to quarantine, but not self-quarantine for 2 weeks. They are supervised. Oh, actually, no. Anyone who's not a citizen is on watched quarantine.
If you're not a citizen or not a PR and from the majority of countries, you have to quarantine for 2 weeks at a hotel.
That's not true, actually. Even if you're a citizen or a PR, which I am, when you come back, you have to do SHN.
I think now you can do. I think now you can do homestay, can't you? Oh, not yet.
Really?
Got back from LA,
but if you're coming from Brunei, South Korea, Japan, or Taiwan, you don't have to do shit.
Yeah, it depends on the country you're coming back from. Yeah. But if you were coming back from, all of us would have come back from LA. Hopefully, Alan at some point. But yeah, you have to do the SHN.
How's it been, Justin? What have been your 3 major activities while being locked in a fancy hotel room?
3 major activities would be writing, editing film, working out.
All very boring. I was looking for something exciting.
I haven't been bored. I haven't been bored at all. It's been great. I'm a little nervous about heading back out into the outside. Like, I get why people, when they're let go out of prison, they like don't want to leave. This is like, I've got my daily routine. There's no responsibilities. Like, I don't feel like I have to accomplish anything at all, which is nice. Also, there's just been like this weight lifted off my shoulders by just not being in the US. Like, you don't realize it, but as soon as I haven't even stepped foot in Singapore yet. I've just been in this hotel room. But even though I haven't really been able to go out and experience any kind of normal life in society, the fact that I'm not in the United States is just like,
I feel like we should.
Like, you don't feel it anymore. You don't feel everything that's going on there in the same way.
States.
Huh?
So I think we should some sensitivity to your co-host who is in the United States.
Oh, sorry. It's hard to tell where you are because of the Zoom and the white wall.
Yeah. I feel like we need to kind of assess or possibly adjust Justin's tone, because yes, you're no longer in the States, but lots of people are and they're dying. And also kind of hard to compare your current situation with prisoners, because your camera angle shows us how terrible your prison cell looks right now.
No, he's saying come out of prison. They just want to
Hey there, Snowflake. I wasn't necessarily, I was comparing the fact that I've been locked in an enclosing and about to experience someplace that's on the outside with possibly the way that a prisoner would feel, because I don't really have anything else to relate it to, aside from the fact that I was in jail for 24 hours at one point.
Yeah,
but
so you know better than I do how different it is.
And with regards to people that are in the US experiencing what they're experiencing, yeah, it fucking sucks. I was there. I know people are dying. I'm well aware.
We've all been there this year, so we can all relate.
That's true.